Threats against members of Congress have spiked in recent years. Every year since 2017, the number of threats has increased significantly. Capitol Police reported nearly 10,000 threats last year alone. In 2017, that was fewer than 4,000. This year, we've seen plenty of violence and threats. Back in June, police arrested an armed man outside Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's home. They say he was armed with a handgun, knife, pepper spray, and burglary tools. Just today, a man in Pennsylvania pleaded guilty to making death threats against Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell of California. Investigators say he called Swalwell's office, claiming he had AR-15 rifles and planned to kill the congressman. And listen to these threatening voicemails that were left in recent months for Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger of the January 6th committee and Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal.
Going to come protest in front of your house this weekend. We know who your family is, and we're going to get you. Get your little go get your wife, go get your kids, you little.
This is going to be fun. Your life is going to be miserable. You stupid. Get ready for turmoil. You're getting it. You're going to get exactly what you deserve. Have a nice day.
It's not just lawmakers, also government institutions under threat. In August, a man dressed in body armor and armed with an AR-15 style rifle and nail gun tried to storm an FBI office in Cincinnati before dying in a shootout. It turned out he was at the Capitol on January 6th, and he had posted on social media about killing FBI agents after the agency searched former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. John Meacham is with us tonight, Pulitzer Prize-winning historian and author, occasional advisor to President Biden. His newest book is And There Was Light, Abraham Lincoln and the American Struggle. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Lincoln spoke of the better angels of our nature. Are they anywhere to be found in today's America?
Our better angels are only going to take flight if we do all we can to call on them. And that requires action on our part. It requires voting. It requires giving as well as taking in the Democratic lowercase d covenant. All this might sound like a sermon or sort of a high-minded thing. It's not. Democracy only works if we see each other as neighbors and not simply as rivals and enemies.
But democracy also only works when you have people who are elected from a broad body of people. Several lawmakers are unsurprisingly shaken by these attacks and already running for office took a thick skin. So who's going to run for office now?
You know, it's putting ever more pressure. You're exactly right. And political violence is almost always the beginning sign of the end of a republic. And I don't mean to sound hyperbolic, but we are in a crisis of distrust at the moment that is genuinely unprecedented. Even in 1932, with the Great Depression, Herbert Hoover didn't say that FDR had stolen the election. In 1968, Hubert Humphrey did not say Richard Nixon had stolen the election. The thing about democracy, though, is it is a choice. We do choose to obey the rule of law. And we do it not simply because it's the right thing, but your viewers know this. If you break constitutional law, what makes you think contract law isn't next? So the rule of law protects me partly because it protects you and vice versa.
But so much of the focus is placed on politicians, the media, social media. What role do all Americans have in trying to make society more civil?
Well, I define civility as not simply being polite. That's important. But civility is if I recognize your innate dignity and equality, you'll recognize mine. Civility is a covenant. And what we all can do is choose not to believe lies. We can choose to vote perhaps not in accord with our short and middle term policy interests, but in the long term interests of a democratic process. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. But I genuinely believe that voting for Democrats who believe in the rule of law and full and free and fair elections and don't buy into this autocratic cult of personality, that's the way to go here. And I may disagree about marginal tax rates. I may disagree about this policy or that policy. But I fundamentally believe that American politics should be a mediation of differences, not an occasion for total war. And enough of us can make that decision, and that's the test, right? This is a 51-49 country. We've only had 3 presidential elections since World War II, where more than 60% of the people agreed on who should be president. So enough of us decide, rule of law, fairness, equality, dignity, decency, those things matter. We vote accordingly, and we stand up. If people try to undo that vote, then I think the experiment has a good chance of going on.
President Biden ran on restoring the soul of the nation. He continues to talk about it. But is there anyone in this moment that can take the temperature down?
I think that's what President Biden's trying to do. And he is the president.
But successfully. Who can do it successfully?
If Joe Biden can't do it, I'm not quite sure who can, because he got 81 million votes, more votes than anyone else. Temperamentally, he's given to this. President Biden has more experience in federal office, the Senate and the vice presidency, than at least 3 or 4 presidents had years on earth before they became president. So I don't think we can expect that there's going to be a kind of national Mr. Rogers who's going to materialize and make everything all right. That doesn't really work in democracies. The way to lower the temperature is for you and I and everybody who's listening to start doing it in their own close circle and hope that it radiates out.
Let's hope they are listening. John Meacham. John, thank you.
Thank you.